All right, y'all, listen to this. So, we really need to sit with this for a second, because there's a video Tasha K dropped the other night that has everybody talking. And in that video, Shay is claiming that Remy Ma and Papoose are allegedly going through some serious financial issues. Yes, allegedly. According to her, she came with receipts showing Papoose has federal tax liens that reportedly total around $300,000. Let that sink in. $300,000. But wait, she didn't stop there. She also pulled paperwork tied to Remy Ma, allegedly in Remy's name, and that number was sitting at about $622,000. No, hold up. From what I understand, that filing dates back to around 2025, if my memory is right. And when it comes to Papoose, it wasn't just one bill, it was multiple tax assessments, unpaid taxes stacked on top of each other. Then you add penalties, fees, interest, all of that, and before you know it, it balloons. So I'm sitting there like, okay. And I already know people are asking, well, what exactly does Papoose do? And my answer was simple. He was Remy Ma's manager. Remember that. Remember when Remy said he was taking a percentage of her money? Her earnings, to be exact, because he was her so-called manager. And that was part of their arrangement. Because remember, she said she paid $1 million cash for the house she lives in, a full $1 million cash. That's what Remy said herself. She paid $1 million outright for her home, and she also said Papoose was supposed to handle the utilities. Now, whether he actually did or didn't, I can't say for sure. All I know is he was very comfortable sitting on Remy Ma's couch. Very comfortable. And Remy Ma was over it, because she also said they had been done since 2022. As in, no intimacy, no husband and wife behavior, allegedly, since 2022. But the public didn't know that at the time. And in my opinion, she had already mentally checked out, financially too. She felt like she was carrying Papoose, helping his people, backing his situations, doing all of that, and she felt like she wasn't getting anything back. She wanted him to actually work. Just being her manager clearly wasn't cutting it anymore. She also said she had been trying to get a divorce. She tried to handle it peacefully, through mediation. Her lawyers sent everything over, laid it all out for Papoose and his team, basically saying, I don't want anything from you. Let's agree on X, Y, and Z and sign the paperwork. But Papoose refused to sign. That is, until Remy Ma went public. She put everything on blast. She put Papoose and Clarissa Shields on the Jumbotron for everybody to see. She exposed the fact that Papoose was the one asleep on her couch while on the phone with Clarissa Shields, either whispering sweet nothings or just talking nonsense. And don't forget, Remy showed the text messages that made it clear Clarissa Shields was pushing the idea, pushing for her and Papoose to go public, all while Papoose was still legally married to Remy Ma, still staying in her house, still sleeping on her couch at the time. And that, you guys, is where everything really blew up. Right, so all of that happened, and people immediately turned on Remy, mad at her, saying, well, didn't you cheat on Papoose? And she basically responded, that's the version y'all know. And if we're being honest, there are definitely some chatty patties out here, people who went straight to the internet and aired Remy out, talking about hers with a battle rapper, she's dating this dude, all of that. But what I will say about Papoose is this. It's giving professional cheater vibes, because Remy Ma herself said he's got his own little Rolodex, allegedly, meaning there were other women on the side. Clarissa Shields was not the only woman, allegedly, that he was dealing with. And Remy also said she heard cheating rumors while she was locked up. So ask yourself, why is she fighting people on Thanksgiving? A day that's literally supposed to be about breaking bread, eating turkey, good food, and going on about your business. You feel me? So, regardless of all that,
Remy Ma still held Papoose down. She even claimed that he was allegedly buying up properties she had never even seen before, basically draining her financially. And I don't know why she made him the one in charge, put him in charge of the finances and the estate while she was incarcerated. But sometimes, love will really make you do wild things. But eventually, Remy Ma woke up. She looked at everything she had been doing, realized it wasn't worth it, and decided it was time for Papoose to go. She was tired of people lying about her name online, so she said, "Come get your stuff, your clothes are folded." That was the energy she was on. Come get your clothes, they're right here, at the door. That's basically when she was on. Now here's where it gets interesting, because Tasha K thinks this could all be a setup. She believes this might be another Fantasia type situation. And if you remember the Fantasia situation, her youngest child, right, that she had with a married man, oh my goodness, those days were rough. Those days were brutal. But remember, that man was married, and he was involved with Fantasia, and his wife ended up suing Fantasia for alienation of affection. I don't even know how that lawsuit turned out. I never dug deep into it. But what we do know is this: that man ultimately went back to his wife. And from what I understand, he and Fantasia now have a co-parenting relationship. You know what I'm saying? She's obviously remarried now and moved on with her life, but still, those were some wild times, like really crazy times. Do I think Remy Ma and Papoose are running that kind of play on Claressa Shields? No, I genuinely believe Remy Ma is done with Papoose. I really do. Now, could it be for business reasons? Possibly. I honestly don't know why the divorce still isn't finalized. I truly don't. But what I do know is when Remy Ma was promoting the Remy Network last week, she said that she and Papoose, have it figured out. She said it's easy to co-parent when someone like her is unproblematic. And she also said that when she calls Papoose, he comes to New York to see their child and handle that. So to me, that says, at least from a co-parenting standpoint, they're cool. And if they were both allegedly at that shop at the same time, both there with the mink coats and the whole setup, I'm inclined to believe everything is Gucci on the co-parenting front. On top of that, Papoose went to their daughter's birthday party last year. And yes, it was McDonald's themed. So that tells me on the parenting side, things are what they are. Now, when it comes to everything else, I'm struggling to see the vision. I'm trying to understand how Remy would want Papoose back with all this debt floating around. Like, when does the debt get paid? That's my question. And what does all of this really mean? Are payment plans in place? Are they actively paying down these taxes? How does this even work? If Papoose is allegedly getting $1.6 million from Claressa Shields' reported $8 million deal, does that check just get garnished if you owe the IRS? Likewise, seriously, how does that work? Is Papoose officially Claressa Shields' manager? Is he officially employed by that record company? Where is the paperwork? Because I'm just not seeing it. Now, I will say this though. If Remy Ma wanted to stop the divorce and take Papoose back, he would run right back. That's not a wild statement. But I feel like too much has happened, especially with how disrespectful Claressa Shields has been online toward Remy Ma. I don't see how Papoose hasn't checked that. Like, at no point did he say, "That's the mother of my child. We've got decades together. We've had a blended family for years. You're not about to talk crazy about her." I've never seen that energy. Instead, it feels like Claressa Shields is trying way too hard to prove something. She's trying to prove that Papoose is locked in with her. Especially after the holidays, when Papoose and Remy Ma were clearly interacting, seeing each other, being in the same places at the same time. And now she's acting like being with another woman's husband is some kind of flex, like it's a shot at Remy. And I'm sorry, but the math just isn't mathing for me. I don't see how any of this ends well for her. But at the end of the day, we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. According to Tasha K, allegedly, Remy Ma owes around $622,000, and allegedly Papoose owes about $300,000. And she's speculating whether this is all some kind of setup. Is Claressa Shields being used as the bait? Now, do I believe Claressa Shields is Papoose's bait? Yes, I do. But I don't believe Remy Ma is in on some master scheme, especially after seeing how angry and completely checked out Remy looked after everything she allegedly put up with from Papoose, knowing he was broke, knowing she was allegedly lying about him buying her all these things, knowing he didn't have it, knowing he couldn't afford it, all just to keep up the black love image, the black love narrative, the idea that Papoose held Remy Ma down.
According to Remy, he didn't care how he treated her behind closed doors. He only cared about how it looked publicly. And publicly, when he was with Remy Ma, it was all about black love, loyalty, holding her down, all of that. But behind the scenes, allegedly, it was giving cheater, pumpin' eater. And according to both Remy Ma and Claressa Shields, that's exactly why Claressa keeps hyping Papoose up. She talks about him like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But this whole situation is messy, and honestly, we don't see anything romantic between them. What I do see is Claressa Shields going way overboard, overcompensating if you ask me, especially after all that internet talk, trying to prove Papoose is not with his ex-wife. Then we get the pictures, the video receipts of the same Daniels leather outfit worn in videos with both Remy and Papoose. And then suddenly the Papoose video gets deleted. No, that doesn't sit right with me. So there's that. That's it. That's all. Esposito, finito, end of the road, end of the line for this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted the second I post new content. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.